Hey guys, Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, well, we got a really awesome thing we're going to be taking a look at. And that is the Goldeneye 007 remaster that we never got. So, when I say Goldeneye remaster, I mean like an actual, true remaster of the original Goldeneye 007 for the Nintendo 64. Now, you may be thinking, wait, wasn't there a remaster for Goldeneye on the Wii, and eventually the Xbox 360 and PS3? Well, yes and no. What you're probably thinking of is a game called Goldeneye Reloaded, which was a reimagining of Goldeneye 007, but not an actual remaster. And let's be honest, it was really more of a Call of Duty clone, or like a reskin of Call of Duty, and that's pretty much what the gameplay was. It was just Call of Duty gameplay with like a Goldeneye theme. But, so a long time ago, many years ago, almost like a decade now, Rare was working on a remaster, like an actual remaster of Goldeneye, for the Xbox 360. It was supposed to be a 360 exclusive, but Microsoft could not work out the licensing rights with Nintendo and Activision at the time. So, as a result, the game was cancelled, but not before it was pretty much almost complete. Now, recently, that build of Goldeneye that was pretty much almost complete kind of found its way out and is now floating around, and I figured what better way than to revisit one of my childhood classic games and to see how the remaster looks and how it stacks up against the original. So right off the bat, you could see that the graphics have been revamped quite a bit for the remaster. Now, I'm gonna be honest, when I first played this, I thought like, this is actually how I remembered the original game. Like, I mean, the remaster looks great and all, but like I remember the game looking kind of like this. Actually, at first I didn't think like much changed, and basically it's rose tinted glasses. I'm basically kind of remembering the game a little bit differently than how it actually was. But all the core features of the game are still there. But one notable feature is something that may be familiar, especially to Halo fans, and that is the ability to switch from remastered to classic graphics. So you could play the game as it originally was, which, yeah, it did not age well at all. The original graphics, I mean, it's the game is fun. It's still fun today. I mean, it still hasn't really aged well, but the remastered graphics, they do look pretty great. The game runs in HD resolutions. I don't know the exact resolutions running at, but I can't imagine this game running like below 1080p. Even in remastered mode, I think it's probably still running at 1080p. And I'm also pretty sure it's running at 60 frames per second, but I don't know that for sure. And I don't have, like Digital Foundry's tools to measure the frame rate to know exactly what it is. But it's definitely a higher frame rate than it was on the original, at least as far as I remember. But yeah, everything looks great. All the textures have been redone. The skybox and everything, the scenery, everything's been, revamped from the ground up almost. And, everything just looks a lot nicer. And I would say, like, this does qualify as a proper remaster. And, it is the actual original game. It's not just another Call of Duty clone like we've seen a couple times with a lot of Activision James Bond games. Like I said, with Goldeneye Reloaded, or 007 Legends, and Quantum of Solace was another one, I believe. I mean, don't get me wrong, those were all fun games. They all had fun gameplay, but ultimately they were very similar, like, Call of Duty style gameplay for a lot of them. Which it's not bad. It's just it's not like the original Goldeneye, and a lot of people, while it's much appreciated that they made like more Goldeneye games, so to speak, people have been wanting an actual Goldeneye remaster for a long time. But like I said, unfortunately, the rights just couldn't get worked out between all the parties involved. But yeah, so obviously for the sake of time for this video, I'm not gonna be showing you guys the entire campaign. There's like other YouTubers out there that have uploaded a full playthrough of the entire campaign, all the missions from start to finish. So I'm not gonna show you every single mission. I'll just show you like a couple missions, and I'll speed up a couple of them as well. But for the sake of time, that's all I'm gonna do for this video. Otherwise, this video will be like a couple hours long probably. But anyways, so yeah, you can see like the controls have been improved a lot. If you remember the original N64 version, aiming was a lot harder on the original version. the classic aim system is still here, where you could bring up that little target thing and to look around, but that's not necessary anymore. Now, aiming is also tied to the right stick, or you could change the controls, as you saw at the beginning of the video, that I quickly glossed over. But yeah, aiming is a lot better now. It's actually pretty much like a modern FPS aiming. You still can't jump, but you do have much improved aiming. It's, you know, like I said, it's just the right stick. You can look around just like in any other FPS game like Halo or Call of Duty. So that much is a big improvement. Whereas in the original game, there was no such aiming. On the N64 controller, there was only one joystick, so that joystick was used to move around. While aiming, well, you know, you either relied on the auto aim or you had to use that really bad cursor to aim. But yeah, so before we go to the next mission, I do want to give you guys a quick look at the intro thing, the intro videos, because there's a few like Easter eggs here. These are probably placeholders, but you can see like this little message here saying like, "Do you expect you to remove the Nintendo screen?" And it says, "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die," which was a quote from the original Goldfinger movie. But yeah, so during this intro video, it already features the remastered model for James Bond, and I also want to point out that a lot of Activision's, actually I think all of Activision's 007 games, including their quote-unquote Goldeneye remaster or reimagined game, they replaced the Pierce Brosnan James Bond with the Daniel Craig James Bond, but this version still retained the James Bond model, the Pierce Brosnan model for James Bond. And I don't remember exactly what year this was made. This might have been made before Daniel Craig became the James Bond that we all know now, but I'm not sure. But as you can see during the intro video, they did show you all of the remastered, a few remastered models for a lot of the main characters. And since I'm not going through all the missions, I just wanted to show you guys real quick. But let's take a look at Facility now, which is one of my favorite multiplayer maps later, which I'll get to multiplayer later in the video. But let's just quickly run through this mission and show you guys a little bit more gameplay. So everything functions just fine. Now, unlike Halo Anniversary, the sounds, now unless I'm having like a Mandela effect moment here, all the sound effects and music and everything are still original. I don't believe they've remastered the audio, as in like I don't believe they like, you know, added a new soundtrack, new sound effects and everything like Halo Anniversary did. In Halo 2 Anniversary, or Halo 1 and 2 Anniversary, they recorded new tracks, new soundtracks, new sound effects, everything from the ground up, brand new. They didn't just, you know, like make the audio clearer or anything. They used completely new audio. But in this game, I'm pretty sure they used the same original audio. At least, that's what I remember. It's possible they could have used newer audio, and I just can't tell the difference anymore, because it's been so long since I last played this game. But, as you can see here, it's, when you switch back to classic graphics, I really, you know, don't remember the game like that anymore. It really has not aged well, and I guess my memory is, like, failing me in that regard. So, it's also possible that the, you know, just like how I remember anniversary graphics being, or not anniversary, remaster graphics being like how it used to be, then it's possible I also remember the sound effects, you know, wrong. But who knows? Anyways, so here's one more mission I'm going to show you guys, and I do want to show you this one because after this mission, there's one little bonus feature of the game that's still included. A lot of features are still included in the game. However, as you saw in the main menu, there's one feature that's no longer there, as far as I could tell, and that's the feature where you can have multiple game saves or profiles. You know, on the main screen, it will show you like different passports of different Bond characters you can play, or different Bond saves. That's not there anymore. I'm pretty sure you only have like one profile you can play as now. Now, it's possible that never made into this game yet. This is like an earlier build, and it just wasn't added yet. But, you know, it's currently not there. Now, the thing I wanted to show you after this mission is that all the cheats are still in the game. Now, I only had enough time to unlock one single cheat, and that's the Big Head mode, which I think used to be called DK mode. Yeah, it used to be called DK mode, Donkey Kong mode, but I'm guessing they took out DK for copyright reasons. Not that it mattered in the end, since the whole game was like one big copyright licensing mess. But the cheat still works, mostly. It makes all the characters have giant heads, and well, it was a pretty funny cheat to use back in the day. and you can see that it works in both classic and remastered graphics just fine. Now, I'm from what I've been told, all the cheats are still in the game, and they all still work, so that's pretty good. So that's you know, I'm really glad they still kept all the cheats in, because, you know, these days with modern games, you know, a lot of cheat codes are now really sold as microtransactions. So that's, you know, great that they include all the cheats, just exactly as we remembered. Anyways, let's move on to multiplayer now. So for the first time, like in an official Goldeneye game, well, actually this is the only, there's only been one official Goldeneye game aside from the Activision ones, but for the first time, there's now networked multiplayer, but only for System Link, which surprised me because I thought they would have had like Xbox Live multiplayer, but no, it's only System Link, which maybe the Xbox Live multiplayer wasn't included yet. Maybe it was yet to come, but for now, it's only System Link and split screen multiplayer. Now I can only do split screen multiplayer for this video, and I didn't have anyone to play with me, so I'm using 2 controllers of my own. But you can see multiplayer works great. There are a few bugs in multiplayer. I don't think the weapon spawns are all entirely correct. Or, you know, again, I haven't played this for a while, but I feel like, you know, I tried a few game types. Like I've tried the lasers only game type, like Moonrake lasers. And it still spawned like a bunch of regular weapons. I couldn't actually find a laser anywhere in the map, which seems odd because you would imagine that a lasers only game type would be only lasers. So I think, you know, there are a few bugs still with like weapon spawns and stuff like that. But for the most part, multiplayer works fine. It is playable, and you know, it's pretty fun actually. But there you guys have it. That is basically the gist of what's in the GoldenEye 007 remaster that we never got. It's pretty much, the game was pretty much complete. I'd say like 99% complete. Just a few bugs here and there that need to be polished, but game works great, and it's really fun again. It's a trip down memory lane. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video and found it to be interesting. And as always, if you did, make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments. Anything else we check out looking to? If you want me to do more videos covering GoldenEye 007 for the remaster, if you want to see more footage, more aspects of the game, just let me know in the comments down below. I'll definitely do my best to look into it when I get a chance. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.